for my triumphant return. This story today is so wild and so laughable, we might as well just start off this with a big old fat flop. Now, what we have to talk about today is something that I think PETA should get involved in, because it's always if we have this kind of cavalcade of absolute hilariosity, we might as well throw PETA into the mix so they can make it even more funny to us. What I am talking about, of course, and not a lot of people are even going to pay attention to it, but it seems that up there in Oregon and the Wisconsin area, they're using footage and not footage, but like audio clips of Scarlett Johannson and Adam Driver's marriage story. They're being used by the USDA, by the federal government, to scare wolves away from killing cattle. Humans are bad. Why is that in quotations? I have no clue. That's probably like one thing that USDA has said. Now, if y'all don't know this movie is actually really well done. And it's an indie. I wouldn't even call it. It's just a drama. And it goes through the highs and lows of a couple that used to be in love breaking apart, and how absolutely volatile and toxic a relationship can get. It's actually a very well done movie. Very, very well done. Scarlett Johannson and Adam Driver's scenes from Marriage Story are reportedly being repurposed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture in their quest to save cattle from wolves. Now, you may be scratching your head thinking, like, what the hell are you talking about? I was at first, until I read the rest of this article, and the thing started to make sense. Like, well, wolves very rarely attack humans, and they kind of want to lurk and prey in the shadows. Cows don't make that much noise, especially not at night. So it makes sense that they would do this, like make it seem like, give them a cacophony of shrill, shrieking noises. And they'll be like, yep, this is not our time to shine. It's nothing like the movie The Gray. According to a new report from Wall Street, the scene being used is the most dramatic moment. Because of course it is. That's when they're screaming in each other's face. But here's the thing also with wolves. And this is just my own like summation of all of this. Scarlett Johannson, God rest her soul, she's hot as fuck. Scarlett Johannson has a very low-seated voice, even though she's definitely a female. She doesn't have a high shrieking voice. Adam Driver also has a lower voice. So whenever they're throwing these things out there, you can obviously sense the tension because that movie was so well shot and so well acted. But it's all lower pitched voices. And so they hear men, maybe hunters, coming around. And the way that they do this is actually crazy, because they have, we'll get to that in a second. Riding to the rescue are drone cowhands whose quadcopters have thermal cameras that can reveal any wolf lurking in the darkness and bathe it in a spotlight, and then a loudspeaker broadcast these sounds. They start off with fireworks, gunshots, and people arguing. And now the people arguing thing, which lets people know that, hey, it's not just some like thunder crackle. It's not just some lightning strike. That's what they're letting the wolves know. No, it's actually people arguing. This place is inhabited, and those people have guns, and we stay away from that. Maybe also traps as well. It's like, oh, if these people are around, it's not just easy prey to have cows out here who are sleeping standing up. You need to tip them over and take a bite out of the neck. Especially male voices to the canine's ears. That's where I was going with that. One recording is of the fight between, them from the movie. Now, a USDA district supervisor in Oregon also added, I need wolves to respond and know that, hey, humans are bad. Well, I don't think you really need to say this, because wolves kind of stay away from, civilization. They rarely attack humans, only when they're in the worst of spots. I think there's only one type of wolf that actually will like hunt humans. And I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, and I didn't look it up. But your normal, everyday, average mountain wolves and things like that, they do not attack humans. But hey, if you want to do this is where I want PETA to get involved, because they will say it's like some kind of noise pollution on the wildlife. They'll do something absolutely crazy and then make a whole bunch of more money in donations that they then later on pay for other animals to get killed. But just as long as you don't kill the chickens, that's all they really care about. Chickens, cows, and abused dogs. Now, everyone cares about abused dogs, but we're going off on a tangent here. Wall Street Journal notes that wolf hazing Wolf hazing. That's a great way of saying that. Was practiced in Oregon after wolves killed 11 cows during a 20-day period. They was eating good. That was an all-you-can-eat buffet. After drones were deployed to patrol the area using this practice, only 2 cows were killed in 85 days. So it is working because wolves kind of stay away from civilization. They hunt on the outskirts. That's why they stay up in the mountains. That's why they stay in the woods. I mean, this is a no-brainer, but just the fact that they're using a scene from A Marriage Story because the screaming between the two characters was so intense. They're like, "Oh yeah, this will scare them away, and that'll save our vocal cords from having people having to be up on watch all night long or deploy traps." Which probably were already deployed if you had that many cows killed in such a small amount of time. They probably already had traps deployed. Anyway, Marriage Story was written, and who cares about that because this article is over. That's the only thing that I really wanted to talk about was just yeah, just have a woman and a man bickering and arguing and screaming at each other, much like the American relationship, especially before divorce. It gets to that point and it will scare even wolves away. I love it. I absolutely love it. I hope you had the laugh as much as I did. This is Multi from Mouth to Multi. We will see y'all later. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. I know I took a hiatus, but I am back, and we're gonna come back at feet to the ground, just a pedaling, 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 pedaling like Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast, guys. We love you. We'll see you later. Hail the Rippaverse Comics. Bell County Comic Con was freaking awesome. Bye.